Steve Irwin's son is breaking the internet.
Are we all in love with him, or is it just me?
It's not about me. It's about the wildlife. It's about the animals.
But not everyone is clapping.
He's so cringy. There's nothing natural about him.
I feel like he was forced into being like his dead father.
G'day and welcome to Australia Zoo.
G'day and welcome to Australia Zoo.
Whether he liked it or not, this was the path chosen for him.
Little Robert's being vigorously groomed for stardom.
Now you can talk to Sherry's cat. Crikey, isn't she gorgeous?
Crikey, isn't she gorgeous?
Over and over again, he was thrust into dangerous situations.
Was there ever pressure carrying on this legacy?
When they're ready to run up our mission, I will gladly step aside.
Steve would be so proud.
Robert Irwin has narrowly escaped becoming the main course during feeding time at Australia Zoo.
He did not care about the food. He was just trying to figure out how to eat me.
The crocs think that you're like Steve, like they would try to kill him, and now they're after you.
Are you not worried you'll end up like your dad?
Get out, get out.
What made Steve a wildlife warrior and what makes him so different to everyone was he was prepared to do anything for the protection of wildlife. He was afraid of nothing, and the most important thing to him was to get people to embrace wildlife.
He ran into barbed wire and got electrocuted because he saw a snake and because he wanted to get to that snake and show us.
The crowd love it when I nearly die.
The crocodile hunter is constantly putting himself in harm's way, wrestling with gators, he's played with poisonous snakes, but is this too much? Dangling his own baby in front of a huge, hungry crocodile.
Not since Michael Jackson dangled his baby over a balcony has a celebrity's parenting decisions been so questioned.
This is a bloke who can be a loose cannon.
Look at this. He's exploiting this baby near a deadly animal for entertainment purposes. I mean, I would have charged him. You know what, mate? I'm proud of what I do, and the thing that has hurt me the most is that people would perceive what I do as dangerous.
I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife and wilderness areas, which in essence is going to help humanity. Every single cent I get goes straight into conservation. The time has come where if we don't get animals into people's hearts, they're going to go extinct.
He came running in one evening after sitting by the fire for a little while, and he said, "We've got to have children. We've got to have children." And so I was like, well, what's the urgency? And he said, who are we going to leave this all to?
The whole reason you've been put on Earth is to do this. That's what it seems like.
Out of anything Steve ever did, he was probably the best at being a dad.
When my children can take the football that I call wildlife conservation and run it up. When they're ready to run up our mission, I will gladly step aside. And I guarantee you it'll be the proudest moment of my life. And my job will be done. Then and only then will I know that I have achieved my ultimate goal. To be able to stand aside, let them run up my mission.
I remember Steve saying to me, I'm getting to the point in my life where I would like to spend more time being a dad and less time filming. So he said, I think after this documentary, I'm just gonna slow down a bit with the filming. Steve was standing at the runway and waving goodbye, and it was just this incredibly, poignant moment. We all kind of had this strange sense of, foreboding. It just felt really weird. It felt like we should be together. And I remember Steve and I had said, as long as we're together, we'll always be okay.
I was traveling, so I couldn't get phone reception, so no one could reach me. And when I got to the destination for the night, They said, you have an urgent message. And it was my brother-in-law on the phone. And he told me what happened. And I remember thinking, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
He was swimming in shallows above a large stingray. It turned quickly and lashed out with its tail. The venomous barb pierced Irwin's chest.
I looked out the window and I thought, oh, my children. He wouldn't have wanted to leave the children. He changed the world by giving everyone the message that if you can reach out and touch and love and be with wildlife, you will forever be changed. And you will want to make the world a better place, because if everybody does something, we'll be okay. If we do nothing, we're in trouble. And he did more than anybody. So I think we can all do something. We will be wildlife warriors, like Steve Irwin.
2 years since Steve was fatally stabbed by a stingray, we're face to face with a Cape York saltwater croc. And in the thick of it, 4-year-old Robert. For the kids, this is the world they've been born to, much like how their dad grew up.
Whoa.
And since Steve's death, Terri has also had to cope alone with criticism of how she's bringing up the kids.
I know in myself that Bindi and Robert are having the most magical childhood. And it's an interesting study of following in your family's footsteps.
Today, the latest Irwin wildlife warrior, he's a chip off the old block, the spitting image of his dad.
A lot of his mannerisms, things that he says, they're so much like Steve.
From the time I could talk, right, I'm like, when can I feed a crocodile? When can I feed a crocodile? So poor mum, she was just hounded every day because, you know, it's a connection to Dad. She thought long and hard and she went, okay, once you turn 10, you can run quick enough, you got enough brain power in there, I trust you. So for my 10th birthday, that was my gift.
I've been feeding the alligators and the freshwater crocs, so I have had a little bit of practice, but it's really cool to be able to feed my first saltwater croc because I'll be able to carry on in my dad's legacy. So it's really, really good for me to be able to do that.
It's in the Crocoseum, there's 5,000 people, and I step out there, I still remember it, and I get out there, I throw in a piece of food. I've got my back up right there, like grabbed onto my shirt, you know, just to make sure. Best day of my whole life, right? And most of all, I feel closest to Dad when I'm in there working with the very same crocodiles that he did. I wasn't pushing it as close as I do these days, mind you.
Robert Irwin certainly likes to push things a little too far, much like his late father in a recent clip from the Irwins show. Things got a little too bloody.
All right, so I'll get this cleaned up a little bit. I got a little bit too close, so he gave it a bite.
New footage is making the rounds online, showing Robert Irwin's terrifying close call with a crocodile during a live show at his family's Australian zoo.
Just don't go swimming. Don't overhang the water. Never have a problem.
But was there ever pressure carrying on this legacy?
Everyone's waiting. Everyone's ready to see this croc come out of the water. If he decides not to come out of the water, it'll be a first for the Crocoseum. So I'm going to use one of Dad's old tricks. The ultimate no-no, the thing you never, ever want to do in croc territory is to get in the water with the croc. That is a recipe for disaster. All right. This is like standing in front of a loaded gun. I've finally gotten Casper's full attention, and right now I am his prey, which is an incredibly dangerous place to be. Stop looking at my head, Casper.
Robert Irwin has narrowly escaped becoming the main course during feeding time at Australia Zoo.
We saw this vision and we were shocked. We couldn't quite believe how close it came. Robert, talk us through this incredible moment.
Casper's one of the most hard-hitting crocs that we've got at the zoo, and it was a crocodile that you and Dad kind of took in and rescued a long time ago, and I'm in there feeding him. He puts on a big strike. I throw the food, he looks straight past the food and just right at my head and just starts running. He puts on this huge chase and I just go, nah, bail.
The crocs think that you're like Steve, like they would try to kill him, and now they're after you.
You gotta know when it's too close, and that was too close.
After years of sharing both the wonder and the danger of their lives with viewers around the world, crikey, It's the Irwins has officially come to a close. The Irwin family will continue their conservation efforts off screen while exploring new passions.
It's a new era, and I want to embrace that, I'm all grown up and I want to start, tackling bigger projects, and I want to start discussing, the big and important issues, I really, really want that.
Robert Irwin, the son of television conservationist Steve Irwin, has won the People's Choice Award in the prestigious Wildlife Photographer of the Year with his stunningly tragic photo of the Australian bushfires.
I've always felt like I'm part of something that's so much bigger than just myself, a legacy that is huge and that has spanned generations that my dad and my mum started, and it's a real privilege to continue that. But photography became this kind of Robert's way to continue that legacy. Like, it was very individual for me. I've always just loved being behind the camera. Like, as much as I end up in front of the camera, I love being behind the camera. Growing up, I was able to visit the most amazing locations in the world on like conservation projects and these amazing missions, and I would end up taking a camera with me, and it sort of just developed from there into a real passion to try and take what I get to experience and amplify that to the world, to say this is the beauty of the natural world. I not only love what I do, I live for it. I feel as though I am here for a reason. I really believe that I am here on this planet for a reason, and I wake up every day with a sense of urgency, with a fire in my belly, just thinking, I need to make the most of every single second. I'm at this time in my life where I'm kind of like, okay, I want to branch out and try as many new things as I can. I want to get the message that I have out to as many people as possible. I really want to inspire people. My dad always, I think, exemplified what it was to truly live.
We've all been lucky. We all have a piece of Steve, and he had this passion, enthusiasm that has trickled down.
If someone says, oh man, you just remind me so much of your dad when you did this, it gives me a little piece of him back,
No one made it more poignant that one person could make a difference than Steve.
I struggle a lot with losing Dad, a lot. And she always made sure my dad was present in our lives. I wanted to know how proud my dad would be of her. She could see this legacy that he started, and she said, you know what, I'm making sure that this is going to continue and grow and get bigger and better every single year. And everyone saw Dad as this larger-than-life character, which he was in real life, 120% every single day. But, Mum's the one who's kept it going. It's pretty special. And I am so grateful, while I didn't have much time with my dad, I have a human being who exemplifies everything I want to be in life, always in some way, guiding me. So I look at my mum, I look at my dad, and I'm like, that's it. That's who I want to be.